In West Africa, south of the river Niger bend, lives a tribe of special people, the Dogon. On the central plateau of the country Mali, they built their villages in the valley of Bandiagara. They refused to convert to Islam, and therefore they settled themselves along defensible cliffs. In case of danger, they could shelter in one of the many hidden caves in the rocks. Their houses are made of mud. Due to the dry and hot climate, the mud is hard as stone. Their main trade goods are onions. The precise origin of the Dogon is not known. The Dogon are believed to be descendants of the old Egyptians. For thousands of years, the Dogon kept an incredible secret. The Dogon priest is called Hogon. Around 1931, 4 Hogon priests shared advanced astronomical information with 2 French anthropologists in the Dogon, the House of Words. This knowledge is part of their animistic religion and written down on secret stone tablets. They knew for thousands of years that the Sun is the central point in our solar system. They also knew that the planet Saturn has several rings and that the planet Jupiter has moons. They even knew that the Big Bang was the origin of the stars and that the Milky Way is an expanding spiral. Sirius is the most bright star in the sky, located in the constellation of the Big Dog, and lies 8.6 light-years away from us. The Dogon call Sirius Sigitolo. Far behind Sirius, at a distance of 1500 light-years, lies the constellation of Orion. The Dogon use a special calendar. This calendar is based on the movement of the companion star of the bright star Sirius. They call this star Potolo. In 1970, scientists discovered that these Dogon stories were true. The companion star of Sirius is invisible for the human eye. The Dogon knew that Potolo is very small and heavy. So heavy that no one can ever lift the smallest piece of it. It consists of different types of metal. In 50 years, Potolo cycles elliptically around Sirius. Potolo revolves around its axis in 1 earthly year. With huge telescopes, we recently discovered that Potolo is a white dwarf, and we call it Sirius B. The Dogon were right. The Dogon even knew that there is a second star cycling around Sirius. They call this star Emeyatolo. Above all, they knew that Emeyatolo has a planet. They called this planet Nyantolo. In 1995, 2 French researchers had clues that there is a Sirius C orbiting around Sirius with a period of 6 earthly years. They observed typical motions in the Sirius star system. Sirius C can be a red dwarf with half the mass of Sirius B. Recent studies also confirmed the possibility of a third star. The Dogon also speak of the Nommo, strange, intelligent amphibian creatures. Nommo means the monitors, teachers and masters of the water. They resemble mermen and mermaids, the people of the sea. The Nommo live on the planet Nyantolo. They breathe through their clavicles. These creatures also occur in the myths of the Middle East, and they are called Oannes. The Egyptian goddess Isis is also linked with this bright shining star. Thousands of years ago, the Nommo visited the Earth. They arrived in an interstellar spaceship. The Dogon called this the new star. With a smaller spaceship, the Ark, the Nommo landed on the Earth. They contacted the Egyptians and Sumerians. When the Ark landed, it caused an enormous cloud of dust and produced lots of noise. By altering human genetics, they influenced our intelligence and health. This happened around 3,400 years before Christ. When the Nommo left, they became the 10th moon of the planet Saturn. This moon, Phobe, consists mainly of ice. Later, the Dogon people migrated to the Bandiagara Valley in the country which is now named Mali. According to the Dogon, the Nommo shall return to the Earth with the new star. The new star will remain invisible, but when the Ark approaches the Earth, this spaceship will be visible. Out of the Ark will come 10 rays of light. Because the knowledge of the Dogon is passed through oral tradition, there are different versions of these myths. Maybe new discoveries in the star system of Sirius will prove the Dogon are right and that the old Egyptians and Sumerians have been in contact with aliens. Future will tell.